Hey everyone, Itai Manero here, and in this video I'm going to reveal what my art challenge and Procreate freebies for the month of October are going to be about. So let's jump right into it. But first I want to say thank you to everyone who participated on last month's challenge. I had a blast seeing all your awesome submissions and the incredible and healthy sense of community you guys keep promoting by liking, sharing and commenting on other artists' submissions. You can search by the hashtag Manero Challenge on Instagram and Twitter, but mostly on Instagram, to check all the incredible artworks and give their creators some love. If you don't know what my challenge of the month is, basically I provide you with a free and exclusive Procreate brush every month, a color palette, and an art prompt. The challenge is to draw or paint something based on the prompt, using only the brush and the color palette provided. To join the fun, you can post your art on social media using the hashtags ManeroBrushes and Manero Challenge, and feel free to include this image in your post. I will be sharing your awesome creations with my audience. You can find the link to download these freebies in the description below. The prompt for October is Spooky Monster. Since this month is Halloween, I wanted to do something related to the theme, because drawing monsters and creepy creatures is always super fun. You can of course draw upon the vast imaginary from all the pop culture related to Halloween to get inspiration for your take on this month's challenge. I personally decided to create my own monster, combining a pumpkin and a humanoid skull, and also give it weird elongated arms coming out of the ground from a tombstone. The first thing I did as per usual was to sketch out my idea, especially thinking on what composition I wanted to draw. I thought this semi-top-down view was very fitting to give my illustration the creepy mood I was going for. Another important thing to do during the sketching stage was to make sure that the character's gesture looked menacing, and also to define all the elements that were going to be part of my drawing, and to distribute them in the composition nicely. With the sketch finished, I lowered the opacity of the layer and I created a new one on top. In this new layer I started inking the whole thing, taking the time to not just redraw the exact lines from my sketch, but to redefine them and make the drawing better by using the sketch just as a loose guide. I love this approach because it gives me an insane amount of freedom during the inking stage, which for me is the most fun overall because I love playing with line weights and adding little details. I have to say that this month's free brush is amazing for inking. I just love it. It has an extreme analog feel to it, just like traditional ink on paper, especially if you don't use 100% black, but a really dark gray, like the one included in this month's free color palette. The brush feels super organic, and it allows you to draw thick or thin lines just with pressure, and even add some texture by painting big with low pressure. As for my inking process, I wanted this illustration to feel detailed and very grungy. In my mind I had those typical tales from the Crypt comic book covers as inspiration, but at some point in the process, I was just doing my own thing. I did a little bit of manual cross-hatching to render the different shadow areas, and I also used the same brush with the eraser tool anytime I needed to refine or correct my line work. For the coloring part, I first used the selection tool to separate the whole figure and elements from the white of the canvas. Alpha locking this layer allowed me to paint inside those areas without having to worry about painting outside by mistake. First I painted the ground using the included brown color on a layer below the figure. Then I started to give shape and form to the character by painting with the available colors from this month's palette, starting with the pumpkin and using the brush to manually paint the different shades and colors. I constantly used the selection tool anytime I wanted to dissect the main figure into smaller and more specific areas, like for the tombstone and every other objects in the scene. When I needed to add shading to different parts of my drawing, I used the available colors but with 50% opacity. And this method allowed me to have more colors available inside the same color palette by mixing between those limited colors. So you'll see how sometimes I tried to mix different colors to see which one looked better before committing. From here the process is pretty much straightforward, so I'm going to let the time lapse roll for you and I hope you like it. And this is the final result. I really hope you liked this video and that you decide to join the fun. I can't wait to see what you guys will create this month. Of course, if you have any questions after watching this video, feel free to ask in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for more art related videos and give me a thumbs up. Also, make sure to check out my Gumroad page where you will find the challenge of the month freebies and many other brush sets for Procreate that I have available. I'm sure something will suit your artistic needs. All the links are in the description below. Okay, thank you for watching. See you next time.